Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you my ultimate no makeup look, and it's going to take me from looking like this to this. So let's just get started. One of the most important parts about no makeup is skin prep. So I have my usual morning skincare routine on already, and then I'm going to be using this Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder. This is the translucent version, and I'm just going to put this in areas that I have larger pores because it's going to smooth over the area and just perfect it by minimizing any texture that I might have. And this alone can make such a big difference. I'm not sure how much you can tell on camera, but in person my skin definitely just looks a lot smoother. The texture and the pores are a little bit more minimized. Now I'm using this Dr. Jart Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment, which is basically a green color corrector. And this is one of my favorites for a no makeup look because it helps to neutralize any redness from my skin without having to add a lot of coverage. And it just looks very, very natural once it's blended out. I know because it's green, it can be a little scary looking, but actually just watch the way this blends into my skin. Evens out my skin tone so much, and it almost creates this translucent look to my skin. With that one product, I just feel like my skin already looks so much better, but the texture still looks very much like skin. It doesn't look like I have makeup on or a ton of product. It really is one of my holy grail makeup products, especially for everyday makeup. Next, I'm going to be going in with this Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks blush stick, and this is in the shade Chouchette. And I'm just going to put this on the tops of my cheeks like this, and a little bit on my nose. The reason why I like putting it on my nose as well is because I feel like it ties in the look and it makes the blush look like it's really just coming from my skin and from within instead of something that I just put on my cheeks, you know? So the effect just looks way more natural. I'm just putting this on my nose. I'm also swiping whatever's left on the brush on my eyelids as well. And do you see how this flush just looks like my skin? It doesn't really look too much like blush. Another thing is to not focus the blush just up here, but also blend it a little lower than you normally would, because naturally when you blush, it's not just the apples of your cheeks, it's also just this lower part of your cheeks, like right here. At least for me, this is where I blush, so I feel like that blush placement just makes it look way more natural. I might go in with a little bit more blush in a bit, but I'm gonna do my concealer first. This is the Tarte Creaseless Creamy Concealer. It's quite a thick concealer with pretty good coverage. I just like to add it to spots where I want to brighten up and also just add a little bit more coverage. So I'm just blending this out. I like putting it right beside my nose here because just by brightening up that area, I feel like my face just looks more awake. And then I'm gonna do my under eyes. I just added a tiny bit just to help cover up my under eye circles. Just like that, I just feel like my face, my eyes, everything, it just looks more awake. So now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more blush, like I said. I'm literally just gonna take the tiniest amount. The one that I'm using now is more of like a deeper berry shade, and I know this color definitely looks like it'd be very makeup-y, but with the right placement of it, it can look more natural. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a lower blush placement, just like that, and then bring whatever's left just in the front parts of my cheeks. I feel like this placement is super youthful as well, so I really like it. Now I'm going in with a concealer pencil, and this is obviously optional. If you have nothing extra to cover up, you don't have to, or if you don't mind having, you know, your marks or discoloration shine through. I just like to be a little bit more perfected, so I'm adding it to the areas where I need it, which is basically just old spots that I have. Now I'm gonna go in with this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm, which is pretty much a mattifying setting spray, and I'm just going to spritz my entire face with this. And while that dries, I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil and just slightly define them. I feel like my brows are naturally quite thick already, so I don't have to do too much. I'm just brushing them through. And then now I'm gonna go in with a powder because I have combination skin. So if I don't set, for example, my concealer, it's definitely going to crease throughout the day or just get really, really shiny. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of powder just in the areas where I want to prevent any creasing or also prevent any shine from coming through during the day, which is basically these areas. But I want to maintain the glow on my cheeks, so I'm not gonna be touching that area at all with this powder. Just a little bit on the center of my forehead and also this top part right here. I'm gonna be skipping mascara today because, you know, for a true no makeup look, I just don't think I need mascara, but I am going to curl my lashes. This is a heated eyelash curler, so the curl will last pretty well throughout the day. You can also go in with a clear mascara. I really like The Ordinary's Lash Finisher. That's a really good clear mascara that also helps to treat your lashes. So this is what the lashes look like now. Before I go to the lips and finish the look, I'm gonna do something that I've been doing almost every single day, and I feel like it just makes the biggest difference in making my skin look super glassy and glowy and like I have perfect skin when I don't. And it is adding a glossy, balmy highlighter to the high points of my cheeks. So I am taking this is the Chanel Balm Essentiel in the shade Cute, which is a baby pink, but this balm is pretty much clear, like it's not gonna show up pink at all. But I just tap it onto the high points of my cheeks like this. And do you see how that just adds this glossy, glowy effect to the cheeks without adding any color? It's basically just pure glow. You don't have to get this exact Chanel highlighter. I will see if I can find something similar. There are some K-beauty alternatives as well, so I'll try to link it. Just putting a little bit on my nose. Look at the skin. I just love this finish so much. It's like a soft matte throughout my face and then just this super glossy, glowy look on the cheeks. And this highlighter isn't sticky at all. Like my hair never sticks to it. I just never find it finicky in any way as I wear it throughout the day, which is perfect and exactly what I'm looking for. So for the lips, I'm gonna be using 2 different lip liners because I'm extra like that, but you can definitely skip it and just go for a lip balm. You can use a lip stain or a tint to finish the lips, but I just like going the extra mile, you know? So I'm going in with this Lisa Eldridge 0N lip liner. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine lip liner, and I'm just going to deepen up the corners of my lips just slightly. And I'm also gonna add the tiniest bit just to the top of my Cupid's bow. Smush my lips together, add a little bit underneath right here, just like that. And then last but not least, for gloss, I'm gonna be using this Rare Beauty Positive Light Lip Gloss. You can honestly use any gloss. I just really like the blue shimmer that's in this. I know blue shimmer sounds kind of scary on the lips, but it just adds this soft highlighted look to the lips, and it's not super blue. It's more of like a silvery sparkle. And this is the finished look. I'm gonna come in close so you can see my skin. You can add more blush if you want, but this is just kind of the very natural blushed effect that I wanted to do today. And it's definitely the more natural way of doing the blush. If you wanted to, you can definitely add more. You can also add bronzer if you want, but I'm just sticking with my natural skin tone today, so I'm not gonna be doing any contouring. But yeah, this is a true no makeup look. I think people who aren't too familiar with makeup will definitely have trouble figuring out whether or not I'm wearing makeup. This look to me is just all about enhancing my natural features, adding glow and coverage where I need it just to even out my skin tone. And it's not that I'm actually trying to sculpt or alter my face. And I'm really trying to let my natural skin shine through. So I didn't use a skin tint, I didn't use a foundation or any super full coverage products except for my under eyes and, you know, areas around my nose, stuff like that, just to help brighten up and hide any darkness. And that highlighter glow just really makes it look like your skin is naturally glowing and it doesn't look like makeup or you're wearing some product on your skin. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something from it, and I will speak to you guys next time. Bye!